Athens! My name is LYLE. I hail from about an hour and a half that away. I'm going to sing songs with city titles, and this one's called Brooklyn. It's a borough, if you live there. There's traffic on the bridge, but the skyline shines with a certain light, and I know you're sick of it, but I know a happy hour nearby. There's a possibility one day things will get better for the huddled masses in between the shadows and the stars. Floating empire held up by fraying wire. I will cover you in winter like a blanket by the fire. When the rent's too high, we'll just buy cheaper wine. Hang on to see if weather constellations hold together all night. 4 years in Brooklyn. Happy birthday, darling, we feel young again. I'd like to take you dancing, 'cause there's a possibility one day things will get better for the huddled masses in between the shadows and the stars. And there's a possibility we both float off together, free ourselves from gravity and tumble through the dark. Floating empire held up by fraying wire. I will cover you in winter like a blanket by the fire. When the rent's too high, we'll just buy cheap wine and hang on to see if weather constellations hold together all night. Never place too much faith in the stars, and never place too much faith in my heart. But the siren call of the chandelier city, and inch by inch we're breaking apart as we're rising through the dark. From the sky I bet the lights look pretty, floating empire held up by fraying wire. I will cover you in winter like a blanket by the fire. When the rent's too high, we'll just buy cheap wine. Hang on to see if weather constellations hold together or not. Or not. Thank you very much. Let me get a look at you. You look fantastic, by the way. All right. I'm trying to see how many midnight songs I need to play. I come from Atlanta. I moved to the West Coast in my early 20s, and then I moved to New York, and now I'm back, baby. My son has a yard. We grow muscadines, service berries. My wife was diagnosed with Hodgkin's lymphoma in 2023, so we had a bad year that year. But a good songwriting year, I guess, is a silver lining. My grandmother was dying of pancreatic cancer in 2009, and I was talking to her in the hospital, and I was just so sorry how final everything was. And she said, dying is easy. It is the natural course of things. It is living that is the hard thing. And that's what inspired this song. It's called Letting Go of the Long Way. It was on a Tuesday. Of course it was, all the things we never did, or we never did enough. Just because it's fatal Doesn't mean it's serious, letting go of the long game that never was. And it was on a Tuesday. Shaved your head and said, just because I'm dying, it doesn't mean that I'm dead yet. You would be surprised what you can do with all that has been done to you. The long game, it never was. Letting go of the long game, make today matter and all of the plans paid. Just let time shatter them. You said dying is easy, death is unstoppable. It's the here in the middle, it's the living that's impossible. But here we are, here we are, here we are, here we are. It was on a Tuesday. Found your letter in an old coat pocket. Said if this doesn't get better, then buy a ticket. Fly anywhere, my love. Life, it isn't infinite, but it is infinite enough. Let go of the long game to make today matter and all of the plans made. Just let time shatter them. You said dying is easy, death is unstoppable. It's the here in the middle, it's the living that's impossible. But here we are, here we are, here we are, here we are. So may you stand as tall as you are able. May you taste the sweetest fruit you'll ever grow. Before you go, count the seed you've sown. If you cannot count the harvest, are we the seeds in the forest? Are we the forest and the seeds? Let go of the long game, make today matter and all of the plans, babe. Just let time shatter them. You said dying is easy, death is unstoppable. It's the here in the middle, it's the living that's impossible. And here we are, here we are, here we are, here we are. So my day job is playing in a rock group, and it's a lot of lasers and lights and big sound, and it's been a few years since I've heard a totally quiet room listening to my songs, and I appreciate that. Thank you very much for that slight bit of respect, that slight bit of disquiet that we're entering into together. I want to play a country song. It's called The Strategist. I play the game by not playing the game. They call me the strategist. 6 steps ahead, I rise from my bed and I put the coffee on. And the sun just started shining, didn't need no one to ride it, expedite or ignite it. All is all. And I used to demand to understand, and I used to greet the sunrise like a warning. I used to ask the sky to tell me why. Now I swim naked in the river in the morning. I play the game by not playing the game. They call me the strategist. While the clockwork stars work their codes in the dark, I sleep in a dreamless sleep. And the rain just started pouring I used to ask the sky to tell me why. Now I swim naked in the river in the morning. What are the answers to the questions of the gods? Aimless onward heart. I think we are the answers to the questions of the gods. We are. And I used to demand to understand. And I used to greet the sunrise like a warning. I used to ask the sky to tell me why. Now I swim naked in the river in the morning. How many of you fine folks are from the South? How many of you are not? As enthusiastic of a woo on both. I understand. This song's called Heraclitus Chattahoochee, for the river and for the Greek philosopher who said you can't step in the same river twice. In the beginning there was Jesus. Sin was black and hell was high. They never gave you any reasons. You never knew to shrug them off. You were taught not to come homely. Turn your hand into a fist. You'd never heard the term red state or fundamentalist. But those ancient empty skies would haunt you all your life. Projections of the light that have long left us behind. Dancing in the back of a pickup truck, half drunk, flying down the road, singing along to your favorite song, the song nobody here will never know. Now the drowsiness of happiness makes your eyelids start to ache, and the rope swing kids at the water's edge while the Chattahoochee River floats away. How nothing gold could ever stay. Then in college there was Hegel, PBR and Mary Jane. You used to peel off all the labels. You used to dream in aeroplanes when you made love in his bedroom. Your mind wasn't there at all. You were dreaming about the Warhol print that was hanging on the wall. But those ancient empty skies will haunt you all your life. Projections of the lights that have long left us behind. Dancing in the back of a pickup truck, half drunk, flying down the road, singing along to your favorite song, a song nobody here would ever know. Now the drowsiness of happiness makes your eyelids start to ache, and the rope swing kids at the water's edge while the Chattahoochee River floats away. Now nothing gold could ever stay. Now Palestinian freedom, you volunteer for that campaign. Ideological term and fade away. Now it's all about the wedding. Now it's all about the job. Now it's all about forgetting. Now it's about just getting on. Dancing in the back of a pickup truck, half drunk, flying down the road, singing along to your favorite song, a song nobody here would ever know. Now the drowsiness of happiness makes your eyelids start to wake, and the ropes swing kid at the water's edge, where the Chattahoochee River floats away. And how nothing gold could ever stay. One day we'll go back to that river, and we'll take off all our clothes. Do we ever get to come out clean again? Is all I really want to know. Thank you very much. And this one's called Nagano. This was written the year after we had our cancer battle, and we won. It's weird that we call it a battle. It's not a lot of fighting, it's a lot of waiting. This was written on a ski lift in Japan. Hell is your loved one connected to wires in a hospital nightmare. The situation is dire. Hell is on the 8th floor, sorting logistics, doctors quoting statistics, while your head is on fire. Well, I hope you have these moments, and I hope that they have you. It's for the meaning of it all, my dear. I never had a clue. You said you love me, love me, love me, love me, till I'm gone. Death is fleeting, life goes on and on. Now it's snowboarding on Easter morning in Nagano, on cotton candy snow, and I learned to sail in New South Wales as I let it go into the new unknown. And did you find life elsewhere in that field of flowers, with that waitress in Aberdeen under a blanket of meteor showers? And in the magnitude of everything, you simply raise your hands in the last sign of surrender. I cannot understand. But I hope you have these moments, and I hope that they have you. As for the meaning of it all, my dear, I never had a clue, but you swore you love me, love me, love me, love me, till I'm gone. Death is fleeting, life goes on and on. Now it's snowboarding on Easter morning in Nagano, on cotton candy snow, and on a perfect day in Rockaway, you were letting me know, you were letting me go. It was the yield sign in Tasmania by a mariner's shack. How the answers come from nowhere, and how quickly they go back. And I thought I was gonna die here in this city by the bay, but when the yield sign in Tasmania says give way, you give way, I gave way. Now it's snowboarding on Easter morning in Nagano, on cotton candy snow, and I learned to sail in New South Wales as I let it go into the new unknown. the new unknown. Thank you so very much. Wow, this is scarier than I thought it would be. I cut my teeth at Eddie's Attic in the early 2000s. This is when Eddie was still there. He got me. Actually, he's to blame for my whiskey affinity. When you know enough about it, they call you a connoisseur and not a degenerate anymore. And Eddie used to keep a bottle of rye underneath the bar that was his. That was his bottle, and that's the one I drank from. And I won the shootout in 2010, and that bought me some studio time and a record, a CD pressed. And I moved to Los Angeles shortly after that and signed a publishing deal and met my wife and moved to New York, and now I traveled the world somehow. But I've lost this thing, the acoustic guitar, in front of a group of strangers, and I really like this scary feeling. So I appreciate you guys being out on the ledge with me. I don't know what I'm gonna play next. I picked at it like I knew. Oh, I know what I'll tell. I went to Georgia State, so I was Switzerland in the Georgia Tech versus UGA thing. I don't want to hear it. I understand. I love them both. They're great. I figured out how to con an extra semester of student loan money from Georgia State. If anybody's interested, I'll tell you after the set. But I found my way to Paris, France, where I was unbelievably poor and unbelievably happy until winter came, and then I stayed inside and I read a lot of philosophy on Wikipedia, which I feel like is where you should stop. I don't know if there are any professors in the room, but reading philosophy is great. Having to teach philosophy, I feel like would be tough. Anyway, this is called Winters for Kierkegaard. I have no idea what it's about, but I wrote it in the halcyon days of my life in Paris when I was getting away with everything. Winter is for Kierkegaard and mapping out these shining stars and over chords to poem desert and reaching through the vast expanse of sky. Oh, holy night. You always ask the how and why, and I always answer pourquoi pas. We are young and we are free, and all the world rests at our feet, and why? Hell, why not? And I'm not sorry about the weather is cold, it's cold and it's clear. We'll sit inside and talk about whatever till the sky falls down around us. I take my coffee with my cream, and all the world is as it seems, and home is not so far away, but it is for another day ahead. I think, and all the while this solid world melts into air, and permanence becomes a prayer, an echo rising through the deep to wake the hearts of those who sleep alone. We've miles to go. And I'm not sorry about the weather, it's cold and it's clear. We'll drink some wine and talk about whatever till the sky falls down around us. Da, 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 da. And I've seen the world in black and white, and I've seen the fire and the light and violence and cold spine. Fumbling through, I decided I know nothing. The winter is for Kierkegaard and reaching through the dark and holding on to that honest talk with every bit of life you have, and it's all, oh, and it's alright. And I'm not sorry about the weather, it's cold and it's clear. gold in our only love, and nothing was lost. Everything fits when they tell your story, the blurry portraits in the halls of former lovers. Oh, and nothing was lost. You'll always be a part of me. You gave me a soul to sing, dancing in your room, innocent and true. Elvis tattoo on your shoulder, we'll know better when we're older. You'll always be a part of me. Some wounds will always stay forever in full bloom. Barely 22, summer days are growing colder, we'll know better when we're older. Thank you very much. The best week I ever had. It redeemed all the other worst weeks that I've had. I wasn't even that political. I was just there. I got arrested for Occupy LA when they did the sweeping arrests. I went to jail and was mistreated by the LAPD. But that's not the part of the story. There were two things that were happening on this 1 week. I had an arraignment with the city of Los Angeles, and I had a date. And I had to text my date and say, if you don't hear from me, I'm in jail, but it's okay. And another thing happened that week, and that was that NPR picked up this little folk record that I recorded in my friend's bedroom right before I moved to Los Angeles, called The Golden Age and the Silver Girl. And so I was making money as a musician for the first time. And I did what you're not supposed to do. I flew from Christmas here in Georgia with my family back to Los Angeles for my arraignment and my date. But I flew on a buddy pass because, again, I was a starving artist. And you should never fly on a buddy pass to a court date. And I thought I gave myself enough time, but I didn't. I arrived in Los Angeles about 4 hours after I was to be in court. And I thought, well, I don't want to shell out for a cab fare. Do I just go up to the officer over there and turn myself in? Because it's a long way to downtown from the airport. And I called the LA District Attorney's office and asked, and she said, you don't have to be in court. And I said, what do you mean? She said, we haven't decided to file your case yet. And I said, what does that mean? She said, go home, do whatever. And so I thought I was going to prison, but I looked up and it was January 3rd, and I was in Los Angeles and it was 75 and sunny because it's always 75 and sunny in Los Angeles. I had money in my bank account for the first time from music, and I had a hot date with the person who would later become my wife and the mother of my child. And this is the title song off of that record that allowed me to buy dinner on the first date. Shoes untied and high, I'll leave my body for the beasts. Break me in, show some skin, only leave your body to me. I was young and I was free. Nothing ever worried me. You were sad and I was wild, but I thought I sensed a smile. I thought I could make you happy, but I'm so tired of ideas. Honey, do just what you feel. I think it's enough to feel the fire. I am hungry and I'm bold, and I will swallow you whole. So come on, pretty lady, show your teeth. But you were sad and I was wild, and I thought I sensed a smile, and I thought I could make you happy. But I'm so tired of ideas, honey, do just what you feel, and I think it's enough to feel the fire. Well, I am hungry and I'm bold, and I will swallow you up whole. So come on, pretty lady, show your teeth. And I'll arrive one day, well dressed and half awake, with improved diction, quoting European fiction. And I'll arrive one day to a silence in the world. I'll miss the golden age and the silver girl. I'll miss the golden age and the silver girl. To LA, and my first moment where I thought, ooh, I'm gonna be a professional musician. The Dixie Chicks, minus Natalie, whatever her name. I went to a writing camp in Florida where I tried desperately to write a song that would be on their record, and I did, and that record didn't sell anything. It turns out, but my grandpa was dying here in West Georgia, and I was thinking about him and about not being around for that. And I was thinking about fame and fortune, and I was on this little tiny plane flying from Panama City back to Los Angeles where I had a gig that night. And I wrote this song. It's called Young Men. And right about the time I needed money for an engagement ring, I submitted this song to a songwriting contest, and they gave me enough to buy a very modest engagement ring. Life is weird, y'all. It comes around. I don't know. Young men, they don't take what they've been given. Young men, we write songs about young women. They just want to live forever. They just want to live forever. Amen. In a song when they're gone, amen. And girls, you know I hear that they buy potions. Girls, they buy creams and lotions, and they just want to live forever. They just want live forever, amen. Like a daisy never fades, amen. Young brides, they live on through their children as architects. They live on through their buildings. Novelists get their books on dusty shelves. Presidents get statues of themselves. Old men, they are never in a hurry. Old men, faces free from worry. They got old wine in the basement and boxing on the TV set, amen. So Patsy Cline, just killing time, amen. Those men prefer playing cards and going walking. Those old men, they don't do too much talking, 'cause they don't care to live forever. They don't care to live forever, amen. Just a read the end like a friend. In the storm, it returns to the ground. There are no ghosts or promises of sacred sounds. And every statue disintegrates, every word fades from every page. And young men, we don't take what we've been given. Young men, we do write songs about young women. And we all just want to live forever, and we are sorry we will never. Thank you so much. I think I'm not going to play California, but I wrote a song called California after waking up, after a breakup here in Atlanta, and after finishing the song, I thought maybe I should move to California, and I did. And I owe the rest of my story to that one weird just feeling. And this song is called Love Without Pain. Little did I know a few months after this, we would see a tumor in my wife's chest that would become a defining moment in my life. This one's called Love Without Pain. Thank you guys for being very kind and being silent and like giving me the jitters a little bit, but in a good way. Love Without Pain. Sweet memory of you, without wishing you were here. Let the good days pass, let the worst days too. I didn't mean to settle here in this life I'm only meant to pass through. I was born on this river with sirens and shores and gold veins. And the song handed down, I loved to sing out till I heard your name. Love without pain, just a gift for a fool. Oh, but I could be him, just give me the shackles, give me the rules. Then the colors would fade, undestroyed and unsaved, unburned by the flame. Sitting in darkness, calling your name. Nearly died on this river, patiently going insane. They found me capsized and crazy, didn't recognize my own name. Love without pain, just a bird without wings. Tell me how could it soar, ever belong in a heart that flies free? So the wild gods, they don't make amends. Lord, they're wondering how many times can you die and come back again? I've rolled this wide river till each bank is faded away. Now it's just me and my song in the ocean of all that you remain. In the voices that ripple from sunset to sunset, my temple, your rainbow, I'm back where I started. Love without pain, wave after wave. Oh, love beyond love, love beyond love, oh, beyond all.
Thank you so much. That's my time. My name's LYLE. I really appreciate it here.